Most reef tanks rely on export machines, machines like protein skimmers, not to mention other substances like GFOs or even pellets. And then, once they've stripped off the water of their nutrients, basically killing the water, they add back those nutrients through dosing systems. So they need to put dosers, whether it's 2 parts or 4 parts, and then the water gets all the nutrients again so that the corals can live. I do none of that. This is my reef tank in my Paris apartment. I've had reef tank for 4 years now. I've started with the Red Sea Reefer 250. This is a 350. I have upgraded recently to it. The corals have recently moved, but as you can see, they're doing just fine. I've never dosed anything. I have never had a protein skimmer. This is a different philosophy to reefing. This is a more natural way of having a reef tank. It's basically creating an ecosystem and a different way of filtration that relies on natural methods, that does not involve having a protein skimmer, that does not rely on killing the water, that instead relies on the balance that nature has, that exists in the ocean. And basically, as you can see, the corals are doing fine, they are perfectly happy. I've never had, a single algae growing on my rocks. I challenge you to look at anywhere in this video and look at any algae. There is no algae growing on the rocks. And I don't remove it through any kind of chemicals. I've never put any chemical in this tank. I have my own natural filtration system, but I've never used a protein skimmer, and I've never used any kind of GFO, pellets, or anything like that. Now the tank looks beautiful. I need to put more corals on because, like I said, I upgraded recently to a bigger one, so there's more space. The fish are doing absolutely fine. Probably the best example also is that I have my fire scallop hidden there. I think you can see it just next to the green Montipora. This is my golden torch. And basically, when the seller sold me the fire scallop, he told me that it will last only 6 months. And in fact, I've had it for over 3 years, and I have never fed it. So basically, the water is so rich that the scallop just feeds itself because the water is alive. It's full of nutrients. It's full of microfauna, and there are many advantages to this kind of system. The number one advantage is that you don't need to buy expensive equipment, so it's cheaper basically. You don't need to have all sorts of equipments, like I mentioned, the protein skimmer or like a sterilizer or other stuff. It's very simple, so simplicity is key here. It's more sustainable. It's very quiet. There is no noise whatsoever in this tank. The only noise that you could probably barely hear is from the wave makers, the return pump, but it's a DC pump, and the wave makers, I have 2 AI Nero 5. That's my little goby there, hiding in the rock. I've tried to pair it with a pistol shrimp, but so far unsuccessfully. It's somewhere there in the tank, but they don't seem to get along that well. And then I was saying I have 2 Nero 5s and I have 1 Reef Wave 25. Now there is nothing on the glass. As you can see, the glasses of the tank are completely free of any kind of equipment. I've put everything on the back. I think this gives a much cleaner look to the tank. It needs to look beautiful in the apartment. A reef tank is basically a piece of furniture that you want to have in your apartment. I think that this gives a unique look to any apartment. This is just my apartment in Paris, but basically everywhere. I think even in a garage, a reef tank immediately elevates the style. But it needs to be clean, it needs to be beautiful, the corals need to be of their natural shiny colors, not look pale and dead. Now I've shot this video when it was a little bit in the evening, towards the evening, late afternoon, so the lights were already starting to get down a little, so some of the polyps and corals are a little bit retracted, but as you can see the corals are doing absolutely fine. I got my Euphilia garden here. I have Acroporas, so I have SPS as well. You can see some beautiful Montipora. There is some Goniopora there on the left. This is an absolutely beautiful tank in my opinion, and I used to have a sand goby, a diamond goby, but unfortunately it's decided to jump out of the tank, so now I will have to get a new one, because in my opinion that's the most effective way of having a beautiful white sand. So yeah, if you want to hear more about this tank, if you would like to learn more about my system, this is my first video, but I will upload it regularly, so comment, let me know what you think. If you can, leave a like, subscribe, because there will be more to come. I will dive deeper into my natural reef system and explain my reef philosophy. Thank you all for watching.